Hey guys, Puggos Pizzeria here, back with another video. Hey guys, Editor Puggo here. Just completely forgot to mention, the Nightmare Cupcake giveaway was in this video, so yay, woo, Duomo, yay, look, that person won it. So congratulations, winning the Nightmare Cupcake plushie. I really hope you enjoy. You have like 24 hours to message me on Instagram or Discord, or it'll go to someone else. Just like, message me, give me proof that you're the actual winner, and cool, you get your Nightmare Cupcake giveaway. But yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Now, honestly, I feel like you guys are really going to enjoy this video. Very high quality made video. And basically, me and Chocolate Bonbon have both made this video together. So a huge thank you to Chocolate Bonbon for actually helping make the video. It's really appreciated. And if you guys like these types of high quality videos enough, who knows, this could become a weekly series where there's one extremely high quality video a week. But of course, just before the video starts, make sure you're subscribed or you're a silly little goose and you can hop in your silly little goose pond. You see, there's already a few other silly little gooses in that silly little goose pond. Look at him. Silly goose. That's a really silly goose. Ugh. Extremely silly. So, make sure you're subscribed or you get to hop in the silly goose pond. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Sanshee, the most desired and expensive line of FNAF merch out there. Obtaining a full set nowadays can cost you upwards of $1,000. Why is that? Why is Sanshee regarded so highly amongst FNAF fans? Well, let's find out as we dive deep into the history of Sanshee's Five Nights at Freddy's plush set. Released shortly after FNAF 4's launch, Sanshee put out the first plushie for Five Nights at Freddy's, Foxy. Yeah, they released Foxy before Freddy, which is pretty strange. I mean, he is a fan favorite, but he stands at around 10 inches tall and looks great. Does anyone else find it strange that Foxy doesn't have his brown pants? It's not Sanshee's fault, as the model from Scott didn't have the pants either, so I guess he's just going commando. The only problem that Foxy has, in fact, is that his ears and the fur on his head doesn't have any cardboard or plastic holding them up, meaning they sag down. Freddy was released not long after. Yeah, they didn't release characters together. He looks not great. He has no chin and a large forehead. His face just looks wrong, like they moved his muzzle and eyes lower on his head. This only seems to have affected the first batch of these guys. When they were re-released, they fixed the problem. After Freddy and Foxy were released online, Fatmojo picked up the plushies and distributed them in stores. They were released in Hot Topic, Target, and Toys R Us. For a while there, you could pick up Freddy and Foxy easily. I even remember them being discounted at Target for as low as $15, a far cry from the $40 retail price. Now, when Fatmojo picked up these guys and released them in stores, they weren't exactly the same as their online counterparts. The most jarring was the fact that they now came in boxes, I guess to make them look a little bit fancier, as $40 is a bit much compared to the plushies around the same size. For example, the 16-inch jumbo plushies from Funko retailed for $25, and the 28 jumbos retail for $40. I guess this was a way for them to look premium. They also changed the fabric. Online fabric is a bit furrier, stiffer, and the Fatmojo fabric is softer. They also completely rehauled Freddy's face. He looks much better here. They also decided to mess with Foxy's eye patch. Every single eye patch looks different somehow, as they were stitched differently each time. None of them are completely circular. You either love or hate the Fatmojo versions of Freddy and Foxy. Freddy seems to be liked a whole lot more than Foxy. Fatmojo Foxy is a joke among Sanshee collectors. I think he looks fine. At some point, the Fatmojo plushies were actually sold online on Sanshee's website, with Fatmojo branding and everything. They weren't released with boxes, just swing tags. I guess they decided to be the manufacturers for Sanshee and took over the production for a little while. Fatmojo and Sanshee released Bonnie a few months after. This time, the Fatmojo and Sanshee plush were actually released together, with Fatmojo Bonnie being a pre-order exclusive on Amazon, meaning for 3 weeks you could only buy Bonnie on the online retailer. Bonnie was only ever released at Hot Topic, so that means finding a boxed Bonnie is uber rare. Finding photos of boxed Bonnie can even be difficult. Besides the box, there's no difference between the two releases. Site Bonnie even has Fatmojo branding and the same fabric used for Fatmojo, Freddy, and Foxy. Bonnie also looks good. Pretty much picture perfect. They thankfully put plastic in his ears so they don't sag. Some have a weird stitching issue, which causes them to look messed up on the lining and the bottom of his muzzle. Besides that, he looks great. At the beginning of 2016, the holy grail of FNAF merch was released. Retailing for $10 more than the other plushies, Chica made her debut. At this point, Fat Mojo stopped producing the Sanshee plushies, so Chica never made it into stores. Mix that with the fact that she retailed for more, is an unpopular character, was produced less than the others, you got a recipe for a very rare plushie. And, well, if you know anything about Sanshee, you should know that Chica is fantastic. She has her cupcake. It's even got a little magnet on the inside so you can detach the little bundle of sugar. The only problem that I have is the bib. It's printed on, looks blue, and is a completely different color on the back. Chica completely makes this set. For Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy, Funko's version of the plushies is an acceptable replacement. Heck, I wouldn't blame you for going for the 12-inch Good Stuff plushies. However, there isn't a replacement for Sanshee's Chica. As Good Stuff's and Funko's versions aren't only lacking Carl, they are also known for being big piles of poo-poo. They're just such silly goose looking plushies that I really believe both of these honestly disgusting looking plushies can go hop in the pond. Closing the set is Possessed Fredbear and Golden Freddy. Wait, Possessed Fredbear? Does this confirm that psychic friend Fredbear is possessed and not some sort of camera? Who the heck was possessing the plush then? Was this a retcon? Lore implications aside, these two plushies are pretty much the same. I've heard plenty of times that Golden Freddy is the only plush from the set to be considered not canon. FNAF 2 has a Golden Freddy plushie. The Golden Freddy plushie is also in the FNAF 2 McFarlane set desk, so it is pretty obvious that this is a canon plushie. I guess since he's locked behind 1020 mode, one of the hardest challenges in FNAF history, so maybe people just don't know about him. These two look great. I love how both of them are looking towards the side. It really gives them personality. They also look like they have different materials from the others. They almost look hairy instead of furry. I like the look of it. Fredbear was considered to be a limited edition plush, although honestly, he was seemingly produced more than golden. Besides that, there's not much to say. It's pretty much just Freddy, but yellow. I also find it odd that there isn't an alternative Fredbear plush. It would be such an easy recolor to do. You'd think Good Stuff or Funko would jump on it. Now on to rarity. Awkward thing to point out, while in the scripting process of this video, Sanshee announced that they are making remasters of Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica. While they aren't the same plushies, this will no doubt affect the values of these guys going forward, so take these estimates with a grain of salt. Fat Mojo, Freddy, and Foxy are overwhelmingly more common than any other plush in this set has to offer, and they honestly don't go for much more than retail. I'd say Fat Mojo Freddy is worth around $60, and Fat Mojo Foxy is worth around $40. You may get a bit more for them if they're zipped down into their boxes. Next up is Sight, Freddy, and Foxy. I'd say $80 to $120 is fair. What really affects the pricing of these two is the edition and the tag. First edition Freddy, the one with the weird faces, goes for less than the later revised plushies, for example. Quality control doesn't really exist for these guys, so some can look quite wonky. This goes for the rest of the set too. I'd say Bonnie is worth $140 to $200. The box version, although being very hard to come by, doesn't sell for much more, or at least I haven't seen them retail for a premium. Chica is worth a outstanding $350 to $450 smackaroonies. However, with the remaster on the way, the price will be cut in half, if not more. Fredbear was heavily discounted to only $5 for Black Friday, and actually had more produced than Golden Freddy, even though he was considered to be limited edition. This makes Fredbear worth considerably less than Golden. I'd say $120 to $200 for Fredbear, and $200 to $250 for Golden. Though that may change, I'll explain later. Overall, the Sanshee plush line has some of the best pieces of FNAF merch you can buy. They're a nice size, accurate to the games, and they display very well. They're just premium pieces of collectibles that the franchise never really gets. Hopefully, that's changing soon. However, did you know that Sanshee also spat out some of the worst pieces of FNAF merch ever? Very few people know this, but Sanshee is reasonable for these awful backpack clips that uses Spindex models for reference. I remember back in grade school when I was in probably 3rd, 4th grade, and every day when I would come home from school, so many kids who liked Five Nights at Freddy's would have these absolutely disgusting looking keychains on their backpack. And they were way too overpriced for what you actually got. They also got dirty way too easily, and the material that they used is so disgusting and cheap. At least we got our first and only plush of a withered animatronic. These look really bad. They're based on fan-made models, they look really stupid, are poorly made, and the kicker is that they retail for $9, a whole dollar less than Funko's plushies. If you were smart enough back in 2016, you could pay $1 less and get these awful-looking plushies, or you can pay $1 more and get a Shadow Freddy plushie. While they didn't make these, they did distribute them on their website. I'm talking about the danglers. Some of the danglers even have Sanshee's branding on them. I'm just gonna leave you with that info. I really want to do a video on these guys. And yes, while in the scripting of this video, it was announced that in February, Sanshee is back. While not being the exact same plushies, they are heavily modeled after them. Let's quickly go over each one. Skipping over Freddy, we have Bonnie, who looks closest to his Gen 1 counterpart. His head is a lot rounder and doesn't cock to the side. I don't think he looks as nice as the original, but at least you don't have to pay 200 smacker dackers for this one. Bonnie also seems to be based off the Micro Plush bootleg. Foxy is up next and looks wildly different. I love that they based this Foxy off a bootleg. With the weird side fur, the flat eye, even the coloring is pretty exact. I guess it's like what they say, does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? Yeah, this guy isn't gonna hurt the value of Gen 1 Foxy, to be frank. People really seem to hate this plushie. Chica looks great. Her face does look off to me, and her head feathers look different. But it's obvious that they tried their best with remaking Chica. This will certainly knock the first Chica's value down quite a bit, even if she does look slightly worse than her OG counterpart. What about Freddy, Golden Freddy, and Fredbear? Are they coming? The answer is yes, but no. Freddy and Golden Freddy are coming back next month. However, Fredbear's fate is still up in the air. On Twitter, they replied to people asking about Fredbear, saying he will be returning with Freddy and his spooky golden counterpart. However, they're contradicting themselves. On Sanshee's website, they specifically note that because he was marketed as a limited edition product, they will not be remastering him. It could be that the site is outdated, or they changed their mind, or whoever runs the Twitter account is confusing Fredbear with Golden Freddy. If I had to take a guess, I'd say whoever runs the Twitter account is just confused. I wouldn't be holding out for a remastered Fredbear anytime soon. So if you want one, you better buy one right now. If he isn't getting a remaster, that means he'll skyrocket up in price. What's the future of Sanshee? I think we can all agree that we need new characters. Make the characters that Funko funked up on. Make a new Toy Bonnie, more Nightmares, Ennard, Baby, Funtime Freddy, and Candy Cadet. I'd give my liver for a Sanshee Candy Cadet. The future does look promising. 2021 is looking amazing for Five Nights at Freddy's. We will undoubtedly be getting some massive movie news, such as casting and set photos, security breach, obviously, the Funko statues too. Thank you, Scott, you're truly spoiling us. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this massive video, fully scripted. I hope it's really high edited. Thank you again to Chocolate Bonbon for helping out with this amazing video. I really appreciate it if you guys did watch all the way to the end.